Hello folks, yeah, I'm going to be drawing Friday's Christmas cartoon. So we will start with, I don't know if to do the cow standing up. I think I'll do the cow standing up just because of the framing of it. So here we have a cow, and I think she's going to look kind of, oh, that's weird. That's strange. I usually start with the eyes. I do. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Terrible accent. So it's cow just kind of looking a bit kind of like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? Or what do you want? Like that. So cow standing, and because it's a Christmas cartoon, it's going to be in a kind of snowy field. Uh, and there's our udders. Ta-da! Sort of the. I quite like doing this kind of effect because it suggests there's a lot of weight going down onto the sort of bum area. You kind of get that, even though I've done it wrong actually. But you know, you kind of like people who are sort of slightly heavier, let's say, than they should be. Um, they get that kind of muffin top, and you know, it's because there's all this kind of flesh. So you kind of try to convey that by using you know, certain devices like that, and that kind of just, even though you probably don't notice it as such, it adds to the picture. You know, the effect you're trying to get. Let's say, and as she's in snow, we don't finish the hoof because the hoof is sinking into the snow. You see what I'm saying? So again, to kind of sell the scene, you've got to think of like the environment they're in, and apply your cartoon language. It's a second language, definitely, and the more you do it, the more fluent you become. That's what I think, anyway. So, right, we have our main cow character virtually. Hang on, just sort of tidy up. It's good to draw it quickly because you get some really good kind of good line work, but also you make mistakes, so it's good to just tidy it up, rein in the madness. But hopefully you kind of capture something just by kind of doing really nice flicky lines and things. So there's a cow kind of standing there, and the grass has gone. Dun dun dun. But you know, snow. It's nothing sinister. Right, so I've got this cow on one level here, on one layer, and I'm just getting rid of her for a second. And we're going to have an. Oh, can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? No, it's not farmer. No, not farmer. It's. Can you guess? Got pointy ears. Not Vulcan. What do you have at Christmas? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's an elf. It's an elf. I've done a few kind of cow elf jokes. One of my favourites is the blackmail one, where um, I think it'd make a good kind of animated series, or you know, a Christmas cartoon, where a cow is pretending to be one of the reindeers, and she's sort of getting dressed up as the reindeer, still looking a bit cow-like, but you know, half cow, half reindeer, and an elf is opening a door and saying, "Blackmail is an ugly word. Blackmail is an ugly word." Um, yeah, so yeah, I reckon you could probably flesh that out, you know, and make that into a nice animated film. If anyone wants to do it, let me know. Uh, Especially if you're rich. talk about it and I'll storyboard it up for you because I've got ideas. Anyway, yeah, that's one of my favourites. I did actually do another one that kind of was a backstory to that, where an elf had taken one of the reindeer for a joyride and crashed it and found this this cow and was going, "Psst, put this on." So yeah, that was kind of the setup. But this is not anything to do with that. This has nothing to do with it. Yeah, right. It's completely different, but with the same sort of characters, I guess. So, and this come about, I was just kind of doodling, and I had a drawing, and then I kind of fitted the gag around the drawing. It sort of, the drawing came first, and then I constructed a joke around it, which is a good way of working. You just doodle and you come up with kind of random little drawings. If you are an aspiring cartoonist or indeed an illustrator, one of my tips is always have a little book with you, a little notepad, and doodle away, and things happen, man. I think it accesses another part of your brain pan, and you come up with stuff. And also, I think you get better just by doodling. So doodle away. Cock a doodle doo, bud. Right. So yeah, yeah, he says. Um, shall I be lazy? No, don't be lazy. Draw it again. Do it at a slightly different angle. You lazy pig dog. I'm going to put this up on Zazzle as a Christmas card, so if you want to head over there and look at my stuff, there's a lot of gags on there now, man. Loads. Um, so, and I think they've got a sale on at the moment. If you buy stuff over 70 cards, you get 75% off. I forget what the code is. Something like peace and love. Peace. Oh, I don't know. Love and anyway. I've put it up somewhere on. Anyway, I tell you what. Follow me on Twitter, and you'll find. Look at my Twitter stream. I've put it on there, and my Facebook as well. Right. So those are big enough for the joke. You idiot. So let's make them bigger. It can't be too big. Oh God. What am I doing? It's not going well. Yeah. I'm gonna have to mess about with that, make it work. Come here, you. Come here, you. Let's thin that line down. I'm gonna have to mess around with these little fingers. God. What have I done? Yeah, it's gotta be bigger. Not too much bigger, but you know. There we go. I think. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Yeah. So he's got these antlers in his hand. Um, he says, "I'm not happy." Will they be alright? I don't know. See, when you expand things, it kind of tears the pixels and they all go a bit fuzzy. I often wonder if they could, if you do something like that, turn them into vectors and then turn them back into pixels. I'm sure they could do that. Mr. Adobe, if you're listening in Adobe land, that's what you got to do, okay? You got to turn it into vectors and then turn it back, right? Listening? Rasterize it. Yes? I'll do a bit of rasterization. But I'm sure they could prevent that. They do it on CSI all the time, for heaven's sake. see this teardrop? Can you zoom in on the teardrop? That's your killer! Bloody impossible. Couldn't even do it on Star Trek. I do like CSI. Don't get me wrong. The original, not the Miami one, which is like, I don't know, crayoned, and the guy walks sideways like a crab in sunglasses. Says something, looking at the floor, and then walks off sideways. I mean, that's just bizarre. But I always quite find it. Well, I always quite find it funny. I always find it funny when they sort of team up, and you know that there's a technology gap. They don't, they've got these screens that are on this Starship Enterprise. They're probably beaming people up with rocket cars in Miami, and they got bits of string in Vegas. Right. Anyway, so stop watching it because it's shit. Okay. You're promoting stupidity, and that's just bad. Right. So we have an elf here, right? I'm gonna move him up a little bit because I'm gonna have a little caption at the bottom. And I'm going to. Oh, sorry, slipping into Orpingtonese. There we go. So we have a elf, and I'm going to. Why is that doing that? Oh yeah, right. You got to be really careful when you're colouring in. If you got gaps, they will find it. They will find you. That's another stupid film. Last Mohican. I will, people go on about how clever, I can't even remember his bloody name is, but the stupidity in his films is astonishing. They spend half the film telling these people that the Mohicans never take prisoners, and then as soon as he gets like a sniff of a Mohican, he legs it. And people say, "Oh, it's so romantic." No, it isn't. He's leaving her to die a horrible death, be raped, what have you. The man's a moron. And so is his director. Miami Vice was one of the worst films I've ever seen. I stopped watching it. It's absolute crap. Heat's the best film he's made, but you look at the decor. Michael Mann, isn't it? Yeah, you look at the decor in the house. There's not like a potted plant or a bit of dirt anywhere. All these criminals live in this kind of fridge with nothing in. Really weird. But the gun sequence is good. But I tell you what, I was watching Town the other day, and that is a superior film. So there you go. Just said that. There you go. Right. Anyway, so colouring in the teats. Yeah, Michael Mann, you might talk a good game, mate, but your films are stupid. Even that one with I mean, he was driving around in a taxi, and they had the symbolism of the white wolf is a grey wolf. Oh, that's just like the character, a grey wolf, yeah. God, I mean, that's just a child could have written that. It's just absolutely moronic. Anyway, there you go. So, green him up to the max. And let's have, yep, like that. And a bit of green there. Yeah. Oh yeah. And we have ourselves an elf. Like so. I'm just going to put a bit of modelling on him. By modelling I mean kind of shading. And you follow the curves of the face and be very sympathetic. And I'll tell you what, it gives you really good results. I'm doing this with the lasso tool, and that's just drawn on. But yeah, so just bits of shadows and highlights using the lasso tool, and think Ben Affleck is brilliant. I mean, forget, the single haircut he had all the way through the 90s and early 2000s. The guy can direct, I mean, very similar to Clint Eastwood. Not a lot of music, just lets the scene sort of play out. It's very, very, very clever. And Town was so realistic. I mean, it probably isn't, but I, kind of believed it, and that's the main thing, I think. If you kind of it feels real, and that did. I mean, there was silly little bits and pieces in it, but it's a bank robber movie. Oh dear. Okay. Right. I think it's based on a book, isn't it? Right. Hang on. So yeah, I'm putting a little highlight on him, on his hat, using the lasso tool, like that. And I'll do a similar thing to the cow, which is, the shadows are sort of underneath the nose, adds a little bit of weight to it as well. Use a bit of brown there, that's it. And she's just sort of standing there in the snow. I think she looks a bit too happy, I don't know, maybe I want her to kind of look a bit like, oh god, if I have to, sort of thing. I don't know, maybe that's okay. Tell you what, I'll just put a line in here. No, I won't. That was the history one. The history brush is mental. I think scientists should study it because it's just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Right. So, yeah. I'm going to put in. I know I keep saying this, but these kind of Christmas trees suddenly sprout up around Christmas time, and I never use them at all in any other, um, any other time of year. Christmas trees, but I mean, it just makes it a bit more Christmassy, doesn't it? I mean, it does instantly. That's Christmassy, and now I'm going to make it snow. Not outside, actually on, here, like this. I'm not some sort of wizard. So yeah, snow, and randomly blob them on. I'm using a big brush, and it just gives you some weird kind of shapes, which you do get when it snows. They all kind of flip and join each other and make funny little shapes. So there we go. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's nice. And that's on another level, so I can move it about if I want, but I don't want to. Don't make me. Right. So, the elf. Right? Yeah. Oh, poops. The elf is saying, just put these on. See if they fit. Oh, see if they fur. Put these on, just see if they fit like that, but in a different typeface. Now I've got the Cockney typeface up there, that's not good. Oh yeah, I just put these on. Yeah, it's better. That's the one. I don't know what sort of typeface that is. Just put these on, see if they fit like that. Right? Yeah, oops. And I'm creating another level for that. And 19. There we go. That's what goes on in my head when I'm actually drawing. That's the noises drawing makes in your brain. It's like when you listen to a fax machine in the old days. That's drawing language. I think you find. So, hey. So we got that like that, yeah. And then the. Oh god, that's not going right. Come, do it again. The sort of joke is an elf pervert. Dear. Was it worth it? There you go. That's the joke. So that's Friday's Christmas word of cow gag. So if you want to follow me on Stiktoonz, Stiktoonz on Twitter, and I've got a Cow Squadron group on Facebook. So just type in Cow Squadron and you'll find that. And I'm just ringing someone's shit. I'll speak to you later. Bye.